So despite that, you persevered and won your benefits. What advice would you give to others who think this process is going to be simple?
Shortly after my accident in 2017, a pain journal as part of my legal case. But now looking back on it, that was really helpful with me tracking the trajectory of my recovery and such subsequent years. So it made it a lot easier for me to document. I remember Brian did a piece on ChatGPT earlier this year. I watched the live stream when he was talking about that. I did use ChatGPT to help kind of, summarize, to kind of meet the 2-sentence or keep the paragraphs succinct. That really helped me, not just with this case, but some other stuff I was dealing with outside of my disability case. Because a lot of times with the cognitive stuff that I have to deal with, if I get overburdened with too much, sensory information, too much physical, too much mental, sometimes my brain actually I call it brain lock. So using tools like that kind of help free me up, because I may have bulleted points jotted down, and I'll just say, please summarize this for my disability case, et cetera, and it puts everything in a paragraph, and then I just go in. I did a lot of technical writing in my career, so I can just go back in to make sure it sounds like it's coming from my voice, because I found that being important, just in case my case had to go to an appeal, I had to go to a hearing. I always believe that you have to make sure it sounds like it's coming from you, no matter what methodology you use to put the information together, because I think it makes it easier to defend that if you have to defend it. So what I've even done since I've been approved, once a month I'll just add a couple of bullet points as they apply to my pain journal, just so it's up to date of what I have to continue and have to deal with. So it just doesn't stop, prior to my approval, that I have now. So, I think that's, just documenting has helped. And I gave it to my primary physician during my physical this summer. One of my neurologists, I just had a follow-up appointment with my sleep specialist last week. She has it on file. So as we continue, my treatment for my insomnia, et cetera, it's all documented. So as far as continuing benefits, I think that's going to be helpful for me in 5 to 7 years if I have to do a continuing benefits review at some point in time.
Thank you so much for that wonderful message, and thank you also for putting the trust in the Disability Digest. And once again, congratulations, and we deserve the win.
Yeah, and thank you all over there, for it takes a lot of stress when you know that you have experts in the field that are making sure that what is being submitted is worded, in such a way that maximizes your ability to get through, as in my case, without having to worry about an appeal and everything. So, but also that made it really helpful. The most stressful part for me is this Social Security's portal not having a lot of detailed updates. That, in the statuses shift at times, because you know how they have the 5 different stages, and they have the little bar graph in the middle of the portal page, tells you where your status is. I mean, mine bounced from 1 bar to 2 bars to 3 bars to stage, step 3 or phase 3, and then it went back to 2, back to 3. So that in and of itself on the government side, it's a little bit stressful, because you really don't have a sense of where things are. Maybe down the road they'll, be a little bit more detailed, who knows, with all the AI that's being applied to everything. But on the Disability Digest side, it made it much less stressful to have to deal with, so I appreciate. I'm glad I found you guys.
Thank you so much for the trust, and congratulations. Somebody will reach out to you when the Medicare is coming up.
Okay.
And we'll show you the promotions that's offered through Medicare. Other than that, once again, congratulations, and let me know if there's anything else that we can help you with. Just continue to send us email.
Okay, and I have talked to several people who have family members that are going through applying or having problems. I've said, I've had them write down Disability Digest. Whether or not anyone's reached out, I haven't gotten any feedback, but you're definitely a resource that I've recommended even to my therapist, because she has patients that are looking for advocates or help, getting through. So, yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the referral as well. Thank you. You're very helpful. All right. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.